The sound on this video didn't work, but today is going to be all upper body. So this workout is 30 minutes. It's about getting those sculpted shoulders, getting those triceps to pop, and really just giving that nice toned look in the upper body here. So we're going to start here with 50 seconds on, 10-second rest, 30-minute workout. Starting with dumbbells, I'm using 8 pounds right here, and we're going to start with upright rows. So when you're doing these upright rows, you want to make sure to get your elbows lifted up a little bit higher than your shoulders, bringing the weights up to shoulder level. Pause at the top and then slowly lower down. My feet are hip width apart, slight natural bend in the knees, and my shoulders are down and back. You can always stand with one leg forward and one leg back as well. But as you can see, I really squeeze at the top and I have that little pause, and then I slowly lower down. All right, so we're going to take a little 10-second rest right here, and we're going into the next exercise. You can see here I changed my stance, one leg forward, one leg back, and we're going to do side shoulder raises. So keeping the shoulders down and back away from the ears, I lift my arms straight up to shoulder level, pause again, and then lower down. Here I'm also showing alternating arms one at a time. You want to seesaw your arms right here. So as soon as you lower one arm down, you're right away lifting the other arm up. You have this option if your weights are feeling too heavy to do both at the same time. If your weights are too heavy and you're lifting both at the same time and you're swinging your whole body to lift, that's when you want to go into the alternating instead. You'll still get that strong shoulder work right here. 10-second rest, and we're going to go into shoulder presses. So again, shoulders are down and back. You can see I still have my stance, one leg forward, one leg back, but you can also still stand with your feet hip width, slight bend in the knees, and then you're going to lift straight up to the ceiling and all the way down right when they hit your shoulders, and then lift straight back up. Big exhales every time you press up. You have the modification here to still do one arm at a time. Last few reps right here, nice and strong. 10-second rest. All right, we're going into the next move. Take a breath right here. Again, just roll those shoulders down and back. So I'm lowering down onto my knees right here. Again, shoulders down and back, and I'm going into overhead triceps. My elbows are stacked right on top of my shoulders. My abs are tight, and you can see as I lower those weights back, and I'm bringing the weights pretty far down, a little bit lower than elbow level, as far down as you can right here, and then strong press up to the ceiling. The key here is you want to keep those elbows pointing in the whole time. Don't let those elbows flare out. Here I'm showing you. Big press up, good. Keeping the shoulders down and back, and then you want to try and keep the weights about shoulder width apart. So I'm not bringing my weights together to touch right here. 10-second rest, and we're going to go into tricep dips. So if you have a couch, a chair, a bench, anything that you can place your arms on, you're going to get into tricep dips right here. I'm using my hip thruster. Elbows go straight back to the back of you and then straight back up. Perfect. Now you have the option to have your legs completely straight. That makes it a little bit more advanced and a little bit more challenging, or have your knees nice and bent right here. So as you can see, I'm slowly lowering down as far as I can go, and then once I hit that lowest point, I'm shooting straight back up. Big exhale when you press up. You're still engaging your core right here. If this tends to hurt your wrists, you can just do tricep kickbacks holding your dumbbells. So you have that option if your wrist tends to hurt with these tricep dips. But you really want to try and get low right here. Okay guys, so you have a little 10-second rest and we're going into round two. So we're going to start back with those upright rows. As you can see, I'm trying to figure out where to stand. Okay, so big exhale, bringing those weights up. We're going into round two. We're doing all those same 5 moves right here. And then we're going to repeat this 2 more times before we move into circuit 2. So big exhale, lifting those elbows up high. Maybe you can ask yourself here if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more. Do you want to grab heavier weight? Do you want to just add a little bit more isolation by pausing? Sometimes it's not even about grabbing your heaviest weights. It's about just taking that moment to pause and really squeeze and keep that control. That makes the biggest difference without having to even go heavier, because we want to find that isolation before we start to just grab heavier and heavier weights right here. So 10-second rest. Again, I always roll my shoulders down and back in between each move so that I can make sure my shoulders don't start to creep up by my ears, and I really want to keep that nice strong form. Alternating arms right here. Your core is still pulling in. You still have that slight bend in your knees. Perfect. Keep it going. Round two. Maybe see if you can do a few lifting both arms at the same time. As you can see here, I'm demonstrating what it looks like when you swing your whole body, and then this is what it looks like when you keep that control. So you can tell that my whole body is staying still as I lift my arms up. So you want to make sure if you are lifting both at the same time, that you're maintaining that control and you're not just using your body to create that momentum here. Going into those shoulder presses. Nice and strong. Big press up, good. Again, you have that option to alternate right here. My arms, my shoulders were starting to feel it. This workout was killer for me, so my shoulders were feeling it. Alternating right here, good. Alternating, or you can do both at the same time. Don't forget to breathe. Again, your core is staying nice and strong. Figure out what stance feels best for you. That might be with your feet hip width apart. That might be one leg forward, one leg back. Push it out right here. Good. You got this. Nice and strong. One arm at a time, or both. Little rest right here. Okay, we're going into the overhead triceps. So you have the option, you can do this standing. You don't have to be on your knees like me, but when I'm on my knees, I feel it less in my lower back, and I'm able to just focus right into my triceps right here. But you have that option to do this standing, or you can always bring one leg forward as well. So as you can see, I lower my arms maybe about 3 to 4 counts down, and then strong press up 1 count. My elbows stay stacked on top of my shoulders, and again, they're pointing forward the whole time. And then you can see my whole upper body is nice and tall. Checking the time right there. This is when I really start to die. All right. So I had to drop down from my 8 pounds to 5 pounds because my arms were just getting burnt out. Perfect. All right, going into the tricep dips again. Nice and strong. Again, you have the option to just do tricep kickbacks. Inhale as you lower down, exhale as you lift up. Dropping your body down towards the floor. Make sure that you are not just bending your knees down and up, that it's really coming from your arms. I'm going to show you guys, this is what the tricep kickback looks like. So if you need to do that modification, go ahead and do it. You're still going to get strong triceps. Breathe right here. Good. Send those elbows straight back. My triceps, this back to back with the other tricep move and the shoulder work is killer, but it's so good. So good. Inhale down, exhale up. Good, perfect. All right, guys, so we have one more time through in this whole circuit. So I'm going to let you guys get through this third round through, and then we're going to go into circuit 2 after this. So starting with those upright rows again, this is your last round through all these 5 moves. So I want you to find that connection with your muscles a little bit more right here. I want you to try and challenge yourself and get out of that comfort zone a little bit more right here. That doesn't have to mean that you're grabbing heavier weights, but that could just mean that you're adding a little bit more of a pause, you're squeezing a little bit more. Just find that control, find that connection. Maybe ask yourself if the weights you're using are challenging enough. If you're going through all these moves and you're able to just do it with not feeling a thing, you probably want to go a little bit heavier. So again, I suggest starting with 5 to 8 pounds, and then because we do burn out the muscles right here, but you can also, I would say intermediate would be 10 to 12 pounds, and then if you really want to push it, going into 15 to 20 pounds, that would make it pretty advanced. All right, guys, so this is the last few reps right here. Nice and strong, push it. I was dying right here. I kept checking the timer, but you guys got this. Okay, so we're gonna go into circuit 2 now. So you have that 10-second rest. We're gonna start with a plank. So again, I'm using my hip thruster, but you can use a couch, chair, anything that you can elevate your feet on. If it's too much to elevate your feet, you can do this in a regular plank with your feet on the floor. All right, so my feet are hip width apart, my shoulders are down and back, my gaze is looking past my fingertips, and I'm slowly tapping one shoulder at a time to get that shoulder work. Really important here to keep that control in your abs. Keep those shoulders down and back and slowly tap one shoulder at a time. If this is too challenging, you can bring your feet to the floor. If it's too challenging to do the shoulder taps, you can just hold a forearm plank on the floor or try and hold a straight arm plank. Perfect. Keep that control. Good. 10-second rest right here. All right, so again, this is one of those things that you can decide. I'm on one knee right here because that's helping my lower back. We're gonna bring the elbows in, out, and then strong press up to the ceiling. My elbows are staying in line with my shoulders. Really important here. Don't let those elbows go straight way too high up by the ears, and don't let those elbows drop all the way down by your bra line level. Keep those elbows at shoulder level right here. In, out, and press. This one was killer after the plank, but it's so good. Nice and strong. Remember, this is only a 30-minute workout, so we're making this a pretty challenging workout right here, but it's worth it. If you just did this upper body workout once or twice a week, you'll have pretty strong arms. All right, so going right, again, you could do that move with you could do that move standing up as well. You don't have to be on your knees. Okay, so shoulders down and back. We're gonna do a combo move right here. One upright row, lift those elbows up. Good, one front raise and one side raise. So we're combining those 3 moves right here, but as you can see, I'm still keeping that control. I'm not swinging my arms. If this is too heavy, you can alternate. I dropped down to my 5-pound weights right here so that I can keep that control and that, good, yep. Still making sure to pause at the top, nice and strong. You got this. This is only 50 seconds each move. We're in the final circuit here, circuit 2. You're past that halfway point of today's workout. 10-second rest. Okay, so you're coming down onto the floor on your butt, and we're going to combine a little bit of core work with the shoulders here. So you're sitting on your butt, and then you want to lean back up to the point that you are engaging your abs tight right here. Your palms face each other. Your palms face each other right in front of your shoulders, and then you're going to lift and press those weights straight up to the ceiling. My shoulders were feeling it, so I started to alternate right here one at a time. Shoulders are down and back away from the ears, and then again, you're leaning back far enough so that you activate the core. You can straighten your legs if you want this to be a little bit more advanced. The further back you go, the more you're going to feel it in your abs. But we want to try and engage the abs, but we're also focusing on those shoulders. So strong presses, your shoulders stay down and back. Keep it going right here. Strong presses, good. 10-second rest. Again, shoulders always press down and back. I like to always remind you guys and remind myself also because it's so easy when you start to get tired to bring those shoulders up by your ears. Okay, the last move right here, bicep press out. So my elbows are staying right glued into my body right here. I see so many people doing these moves and then they stick their elbows way out to the side. Your elbows, imagine your shoulder to your elbows are glued to your body. There might be like a tiny smidge of space, but they're staying locked by your sides, and then you're pressing and pausing when you press the weights out and then bring it in. Here I'm demonstrating doing one at a time. And then there we go, back to both. Strong press, pause, and squeeze, and then slowly bring it in. Perfect, just like that. Big exhale every time you press out. All right, 10-second rest. We are going into round 2. So we're repeating that same circuit 2 more times, and then you're done with this workout. So we're starting with the plank. As you can see, I always reset my form, pressing those shoulders down and back. That's what's going to keep that nice lean body as well. We're not tensing up. We're not bringing those arms straight up. Good. Here we go. Shoulders are down and back, strong plank, feet are hip width apart. The closer your feet are together, the harder this is going to be. The wider your feet are apart, the easier it's going to be. Keeping your feet at hip width maintains that nice strong plank. Strong shoulder taps side to side. Your abs are tight. This is the second time through, so now that we know the moves, we can start to zero in on that form a little bit more. Keeping the core strong. I'm engaging my core the whole time I'm doing this plank. 10-second rest right here. Nice deep breath. Okay, we're going to go into those press outs. So again, you could do the standing. I'm going to show you guys standing real quick. In, out, and press. In, out, and press. Shoulders are down and back, strong presses. I was starting to feel it in my lower back, so I went down onto one knee again. That's just something that happens because my arms are starting to get tired, so my lower back starts to want to over-engage right here. But when I go on one knee, I start to feel it less in the back and I can focus all on the shoulders. Here I am demonstrating one arm at a time. I'm still keeping those elbows at shoulder level. I'm dying right here, by the way. If you're at home doing this, you are doing awesome. All right, guys, so we're going into the next move right here. Take a breath. We have that combo, one upright, one side, and one front. Up, front, and then side, yep. So one upright row, one front raise, one side raise, and then repeat. Nice strong pauses at the top. Challenge yourself, get a little bit outside of your comfort zone. You're starting to feel those shoulders burn out a little bit. You're starting to feel your whole upper body just feeling it. This is where you got to just keep breathing. You got this. This is a low impact workout, but we are getting outside our comfort zone here. We are going into those muscles a little bit deeper. We are burning out the upper body a little bit more. So strong upright, strong front, strong side raise, 10-second rest. All right, we're going into the V-sit hold with the presses. So shoulders down and back, you lean back enough so that you engage the core, and then you press those weights straight up. So this can be challenging. If you need to touch your feet to the floor, that's okay too. Start wherever you need to. It's not about going advanced right away. Maybe you need to start with your feet on the floor, and that's totally fine. But your abs are strong, your shoulders are down and back, and you're going to press those weights straight up to the ceiling, nice and strong. Good. Your shoulders are down and back, and we're keeping that chest nice and open. 10-second rest right here. All right, guys, this is the final move. This is when my upper body was like failing on me. Starting with bicep press outs. Again, shoulders, elbows locked into your sides. Press out, pause, and then slowly bring it back in. So your starting position is as if you are like serving a platter, and then you press your arms out to the side, and you want to squeeze the biceps when you press them out and then slowly draw them in. Pause and breathe. Good. With all of these moves, you're still engaging your abs. We have a couple more reps right here. Press and pause. Press and squeeze. You got this. You should be feeling this in your biceps, but you got it. Okay, guys, so we have one more time through, so I'm going to let you guys go through this last round. This is circuit Circuit 2, round 3, final round of today's workout. Starting with that plank and those shoulder taps. You got this. Everything you have left in you right now, all that fire you have left, you're going to give it all in this last round. All right, final move right here. Press and squeeze. Press and pause. Press and hold. You got this. Last final reps. Don't give up. This is it, and then you are done for today. Strong upper body. Remember your why. You got this. Nice and strong. Press and press. I was dying, but we got this. We're doing this together. Nice and strong. Squeeze. Last couple reps. Perfect, you are done. I'm just gonna walk you through a couple stretches right here, bringing your arm across your body, pressing your shoulder down and back away from your ear, and just breathe into the stretch. I speed through these stretches a little bit just to show you, but you guys can take longer, bringing your arm overhead and then really breathing into that tricep. Switching over to the other side if you feel ready. Don't be afraid to pause this video and just go deeper into all these stretches. Take time to stretch after this, especially you don't want to start to get really tight in the shoulders. I like to do this stretch where I bend over and lift my arms up high. I have like weird elbows that look like they're always bent even when they're straight. So I didn't realize until I did this how weird my arms are. But you can also go up against a wall and just press your body away from you, and that really helps to get deep in that shoulder. Breathing into this stretch. And then over to the other side. Awesome job, you guys. Make sure to like, share, subscribe to my channel, and I'm excited to work out with you guys again, and I appreciate all the support. Comment below if you did this workout. Thanks, guys.